No sound so far.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Going on here. Okay.
Take a good look at your finger
Oh, we know.
Better.
Okay. Thank you, Ted.
Welcome.
You're awesome, bro.
nails. Go ahead, do it right now because 5 warning signs of kidney disease could be hiding in them, and most people walk around for years having no idea what they mean. I'm serious. I'm Dr. Frida. I'm a board certified kidney doctor, and today I'm giving you 5 warning signs of kidney disease hiding in your fingernails. And number 4 is sneaky. This is important information to know because 37 million Americans have kidney disease, and most don't even know it. It's called the silent disease for a reason, and that's because kidney disease usually does not hurt. It often does not announce itself, but if you know what to look for, it does leave little clues sometimes, and sometimes the clues are left right on your fingernails. The information I'm about to share with you about the warning signs of kidney disease on your fingernails does not come from just something I saw online or some infomercial. No. As I mentioned, I am a board certified kidney doctor. And so the information I'm sharing with you is coming directly from my clinical experience. So as I break down these fingernail kidney disease warning signs, I want you to pay special attention to number 4 because it is sneaky. And I'm telling you, it is the warning sign that often surprises everyone, including my patients, including other doctors. And then, if you stay with me till the end, I'm going to give you a bonus warning sign in addition to the 5 that we're discussing. And even though this bonus sign is exceedingly rare, it is so specific to kidney disease that when I see it, I can just about predict the diagnosis of kidney disease even before I see any lab work. The purpose of this video is not to scare you, not to make you paranoid, but it's to provide you with evidence-based information so that you can have smarter conversations when you see your doctor, and so that you can share this information with others to empower them as well. Would you like to have a one-on-one conversation with me to discuss your blood pressure specifically or other medical concerns you may have? Would you like my undivided attention as we discuss your specific medical journey? If so, you are in luck because I offer a concierge telehealth service where you can get my direct input on your health concerns. Be sure to click the link below. Please go ahead and give this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already, because I'm about to give you some evidence-based medical information on how your fingernails can be talking to you about your kidneys. Now, of course, in order for you to pick up on these warning signs, you must have fingernails with no fingernail polish. All right, let's get started. Warning sign number 1, pale or whitish fingernails. Your fingernails should be pink, and that pink color comes from blood, and it lets us know that you have good circulation, a good red blood cell count, good oxygenation. Yes, when your nail beds have a pinkish color. If your nail beds are really, really pale or almost white, that could be an indication that something is going on with your kidneys. You see, your kidneys are responsible for producing a hormone called erythropoietin or EPO. Erythropoietin is responsible for stimulating your bone marrow to make red blood cells. And of course, your red blood cells are responsible for your hemoglobin and carrying around proper oxygen for proper circulation. And one of the signs of good circulation and proper red blood cell count is a nice set of fingernails that are pink. If you have kidney disease, that could affect how much EPO or erythropoietin you're making. And if you have advanced kidney disease, then you are likely not going to make enough erythropoietin, meaning you won't have enough red blood cells. This is called anemia of chronic disease, having a low red blood cell count or anemia because you have chronic kidney disease. And I'll tell you, Other than just anemia of chronic kidney disease, there are other disease processes that can cause you to have pale fingernails, such as iron deficiency anemia. And I can tell you, as a kidney doctor, oftentimes when I see patients, they will complain about having pale fingernails, literally, even before they ever knew about any abnormal lab work and even before anyone even mentioned kidney disease to them. So how do you test it out? How can you see if your pale fingernails could be connected to anemia of chronic kidney disease? Well, let's do the Blanche test. Okay, I want you to go ahead right now and take your thumb. Take a look at your thumbnail. Press it down for about 3 seconds and then let it go. In a normal scenario, it should fill up very quickly and turn a nice pink color. If your thumbnail remains really pale or whitish, or if it's very, very slow to get that pink color back, then this does not absolutely mean that you have anemia of chronic kidney disease, but it should be enough information to warrant that you call your doctor. Tell your doctor that you failed the Blanche test, or tell your doctor that you have pale fingernails and that you want to be evaluated to see if this could be a warning sign of kidney disease in you.
On July 27th, 2025, Bank of America issued one chilling warning that
Evaluated to see if this could be a warning sign of kidney disease in you. Let me ask you, what were your results of the Blanche test you just did? Did the color in your fingernail come back quickly or slowly? Please drop a comment down below. Warning sign number 2, brittle, dry, or cracked nails. I know a lot of you watching this video have experienced dry, brittle nails, but did you know they could be a warning sign of kidney disease? So if you have nails that are splitting at the tips, or if they peel into thin layers, if they break before they even have the chance to grow, or if they're just like dull and uneven, and they even have ridges formed like in a longitudinal pattern, this could be a warning sign of kidney disease. Here's what happens. Your kidneys are responsible for filtering out and absorbing certain key minerals. Well, when your kidneys stop filtering the way that they are supposed to, then you get a buildup of these toxins and you can develop uremia or uremic toxins in your blood. Take a look at your labs. Go ahead, go to your MyChart right now. Pause for a second. Look at your kidney numbers, specifically the BUN, blood urea nitrogen. If that's extremely high, that means that you likely have these high uremic toxins in your blood and your kidney's not working properly. Take a look at your EGFR as well. If that EGFR is low, especially if it's less than 60, that could also signify that you have high kidney toxins. Okay, well, if your kidney toxins or these uremic toxins are too high, that means that you can have an abnormal processing of minerals like calcium, phosphorus, zinc. And these 3 are essential in you having nice, firm nails. If kidney disease prevents you from having proper calcium, phosphorus, zinc balance, then yes, you can have dry, brittle nails, and that is a warning sign of kidney disease. Now, to be fair, there are other disease processes that can also cause you to have dry, brittle nails, such as thyroid disease, or if you have poor nutrition, and especially in the age where so many people are taking GLP-1 agonists like Ozempic, Mounjaro, Zepbound, Wegovy. If you're taking these GLP-1s and you're not doing it under the supervision of a physician, that could cause you to have extremely rapid weight loss, and it can cause you to have nutritional deficiencies, yes, and that could lead to dry, brittle nails as well. In other words, having dry, brittle nails does not mean that you have kidney disease 100%, but if you are experiencing these nails, and if you don't have a clear-cut reason, then it is worth giving your doctor a call and asking for a kidney panel, like a BMP, basic metabolic panel, especially if you have not had one in a while. It's really interesting. As a kidney doctor, a lot of my patients will tell me once we're talking about kidney disease that they really have had these cracking, dry, uneven nails for a while, but they just didn't really know why. Well, now you know. Dry, brittle nails could be a warning sign of kidney disease. Before watching this video, if someone had told you that your fingernails could reveal something really serious about your kidney health, what would your honest reaction have been? Would you have believed them, rolled your eyes, or would your reaction have been somewhere in between? Please comment down below. Warning sign number 3, Terry nails. Yes, terry nails. This is actually something that most people have not heard of. Actually, a lot of doctors have not heard of terry nails. But if you have them, they very much could be a warning sign that you have kidney disease. So here's how they look. Terry nails have a very pale nail bed, okay? So about 80% of the nail is pretty white. But then just on the end at the tip, there is a horizontal band of a reddish or brownish color, okay? So most of the nail is white, and then at the very tip, you have a band of brown or redness. This is the terry nail. Terry nails were named after Dr. Richard Terry, who discovered them back in 1954. Terry nails show up in about 25 to 40% of patients with kidney failure. They're also largely associated with patients with liver disease and with advanced heart failure. So here's how kidney disease is associated with terry nails. That pale color I described that takes up about 80% of the nail in terry nails is due to a combination of low protein, specifically albumin, as well as poor blood flow, both related to poor kidney function. When you have advanced kidney disease, and sometimes even early kidney disease, it can be associated with a low albumin or a low protein in the blood. Tell me this, has your doctor ever checked your urine for albumin with a urine albumin to creatinine ratio, UAC? If so, they're trying to see if you have low albumin that's associated with kidney disease. If you do, especially if the albumin you're losing in your kidneys is extremely high, then it could present as terry nails. Also, having poor circulation from anemia, like we discussed with warning sign number 1, that could also be associated with terry nails because that pale nail you see is from a combination of low albumin as well as poor circulation. When you have very low albumin in your blood and you're leaking out excess albumin in the urine, that can also be associated with swollen feet. Be sure you check out my video on toxic signs from kidney disease that can show up in your feet. Watch that video after you finish watching this video. Now, again, having terry nails is not a 100% indicator that you have kidney disease. It could also signify liver disease, heart disease, or another disease process. But I'll tell you this, when I see a patient with terry nails, I know right away that I'm going to be checking their kidney function tests. I will likely also throw in some LFTs, liver function tests, and I'll also be thinking about kidney disease. So if you're looking at your fingers and you have terry nails, give your doctor a call right away. Now that's warning sign number 3. And I already told you that warning sign number 4 is a sneaky one. And that's the one I'm about to tell you about right now. Warning sign number 4, half and half nails or Lindsay nails. This is the one I describe as sneaky, and I'm going to tell you why. Half and half nails, as the name suggests, occur when half of your fingernail is one color, the other half is another. So the bottom part, the portion of your fingernail closest to the base, is pale, okay? It's whitish. And then about 50% of the way up, halfway up, on the upper half, the nail is a darker color like brown or reddish or tan. The split of this color is about half and half, 50-50, and the line of demarcation is pretty clear. Half and half nails are the most specific warning sign for kidney disease out of the 5 on this list. Yet, most doctors outside of nephrologists, kidney doctors like me, have not even heard of half and half nails. Listen, 20 to 50% of patients with chronic kidney disease have half and half nails. Many doctors don't recognize it. And of course, most patients don't recognize it. They think that their nails just look a little bit off or a little different. But here's what happens. When you have a buildup of kidney toxins, when you have uremic toxins in the blood, that of course affects the circulation to your nail beds. It affects how you get rid of excess toxins. It affects how the minerals and electrolytes are balanced. And as a result, you get these pale nail beds on the bottom half, and then the top 50% will have what looks like excess melanin deposits. It's a pretty distinct look. So when I see patients show up to my office with these half and half nails, I can just about predict what their labs are going to show. They're likely to have low eGFRs, estimated glomerular filtration rates, and relatively high creatinines. Just to give you a little history, half and half nails, also called Lindsay nails, are named after Dr. Peter Lindsay, who discovered them. Please go ahead and take a look at your fingernails right now. If you have half and half nails, take a picture and share it with your doctor right away and ask about your kidney function. Warning sign number 5, bowlines. Bowlines are horizontal grooves on your fingernails. So they run from side to side. I'm not talking about the up and down vertical ridges. I'm talking about horizontal lines. So your nails are produced from the nail matrix at the base of the fingernail. And if you experience acute kidney injury or some major electrolyte crash from kidney disease, then when the body is under stress, that nail matrix will literally halt. It'll stop making your nails. And then when you kind of get back to baseline, then the nail matrix will continue to produce your fingernail. And this is marked by the sharp demarcation of a bowline, that horizontal line. It is possible to have more than one horizontal line. If you have multiple bowlines, that could mean that you've experienced multiple kidney disease crashes or uremia overload, or major electrolyte disturbances. If, for example, you had a hospitalization and you experienced acute kidney injury, acute tubular necrosis, even if you were just on dialysis transiently, if you notice that you have a sharp horizontal line, that is likely a bowline marking that health challenge. So if you see these horizontal lines, these bowlines on your fingernails, it does not 100% mean that you have kidney disease, but it is a timestamp. It means that something was going on with your health, and it is definitely worth taking a photo, sharing it with your physician, and making sure that your kidney health is in good condition. Question: of the 5 warning signs I mentioned today, which one do you think people are most likely to dismiss as being normal, as something due to stress or to the weather or just getting older? Which sign is it, and why do you think people would be most likely to dismiss this one? Please comment down below. And now you've stuck with me, and as promised, I do have a bonus warning sign of kidney disease that can be found on the fingernails. Now, I already told you this bonus warning sign is exceedingly rare, but it is probably the most specific when compared to the other 5 that I already shared with you. The bonus sign is Merkes lines. Yes, Merkes lines. Merkes lines are 2 pale horizontal lines that appear on your fingernail, and in between the 2 lines, it's a pinkish, normal colored nail. That's it. They're different from the Bowes lines I described earlier because Merkes lines are not actually in the fingernail, but they're in the tissue beneath. So as the nail grows, Merkes lines, unlike Bowes lines, do not change. They don't grow and move with the nail. Merkes lines were first discovered by Dr. Robert Merkey in 1956, and he noticed them in kidney patients with nephrotic syndrome. Be sure to check out my video on nephrotic and nephritic syndrome after you finish watching this video. So, in patients with nephrotic syndrome, there is an abnormal leakage of protein or albumin in the urine, meaning that you have very low protein left in the blood. As a result, it alters the blood flow and the vasculature in the tissue of the nail bed, and it leaves you with these very distinct Merkes lines. Again, this fingernail warning sign is very rare, but it is so specific to kidney disease. So on the rare occasion that I do see someone with these 2 pale bands with pink color in the middle, I can just about bet my money that I will find a low albumin, specifically an albumin in the blood that is less than 2.2. So go ahead, take a look at your fingernails again. And if you see Merkes lines, take a photo and ask your doctor to check the following labs. 1, your serum albumin level. 2, have them to do a urinalysis. 3, ask for a urine albumin to creatinine ratio. This will let you know if this is a warning sign of kidney disease for you. So if you stuck with me and you waited till the end, congratulations. Now you know something about fingernails and kidney disease that not only most other people don't know, but even most doctors outside of specialists, they don't know about Merkes lines either. If you notice any nail changes, remember you have to look at them in conjunction with other signs and symptoms of kidney disease, like fatigue, like swollen feet and ankles, like easy bruising, like a change in your urine output, like foamy urine. And definitely don't come to these conclusions on your own. Always consult with your doctor. Ask for lab tests like kidney panels or basic metabolic panels. Ask for urinalyses. Ask for urine albumin to creatinine ratios. Talk about your family history. And remember that if you have diabetes, high blood pressure, a family history of kidney disease, and if you're older than the age of 60, then you are at a higher risk for chronic kidney disease. If you notice any of these nail changes, consult with your doctor right away. As a board-certified kidney doctor and as a proud member of the Atlanta National Kidney Foundation Board, it is my mission to educate you about kidney disease and warning signs so that I can help to empower you to advocate for yourself and for loved ones. If you found the information in this video to be helpful and informative, please be sure to like it and share it with others. As always, I want you.
And if you didn't know, now you know. Again, and if you didn't know, now you know.
There's a company that has made the seemingly impossible become reality. Starting from a small country to USA, Canada, Japan, Southeast Asia, and now South America. A global company with 4 million active members across 11 countries, growing beyond its home market and quickly gaining notice across the world. A company that received the $50 million Export Award in 2017. With extraordinary growth since its foundation in 2009, global sales reached about $1 billion in 2017 and continues to show steady growth. Going beyond customer satisfaction, fulfilling customer success. We are Atomy. Beginning with health and beauty products, Atomy's various products include food, living, fashion, and home products. Figures released by the Korea Fair Trade Commission show that Hemohim was top in the industry in sales volume for 3 straight years. While the Skincare 6 system was the best-selling cosmetic product. The new Absolute Skincare set released in 2017 was chosen by many consumers and is becoming a revolutionary skincare product. These figures indicate how much Atomy products are satisfying consumers around the world. However, Atomy's true value lies in the company's inner side. Atomy uses its Mastige strategy, providing benefits to consumers with absolute quality at absolute prices, while also increasing quality of life for our members. Atomy supports cooperative companies so they can do their best to maintain the best quality, so customers can get top quality products at affordable prices, creating a culture that benefits the growth of all parties involved. Third, culture of sharing. The company is a part of a society, and Atomy is pushing to become a role model in creating a better society by promoting the culture of sharing and communication between company and society. To live, to love, to learn, and to share. We hope Atomy can become the life partner that leads to your success. Cherishing the spirit. We are Proud Atomy.
The first product that I want to spend just a little time on, because I know each and every one of you are consuming this wonderful product. The only thing that I want to point out about this Hemohim is how it was originated. It was not originated for the general populace, that is us. It was originated for a selected few. And the selected few are world-renowned scientists all over the world. Now, this company, Kerry, they are also in the Republic of South Korea, and I encourage each and every one of you to do your own due diligence and your own research to make sure that I am telling you the truth. This company, Kerry, they produce gamma rays, infrared rays. If a human body is too much exposed to those rays, your cells start to mutate, you get sick, so on and so forth. So this product, Hemohim, came about to protect a few worldly scientists from overexposure to radioactivity. That's it. Now I'm going to discuss what it does when you swallow it. And in the beginning, I'm not going to lie, yes, I am of Asian descent, but this was very, very hard for me to ingest right away. A lot of Hemohim wasted. But now, many years later, I cannot live without this product. And if you see our home, it is covered with Atomi products. And all of our family members, if you see them, they're eating something within the Atomi line. So when this Hemohim product gets into your body, it does a lot of different things. I don't have medical background, but I know what it does. First, we have something called natural killer cells in our body. And this has everything and anything to do with your immune system. Your immune system is hierarchical, okay? You have different levels. If the first level is damaged, which is your natural killer cells, then your body cannot fight deadly pathogens that come your way. We have seasonal change right now. We have allergies. We have people that are sniffling, sneezing, those things. If your immune system is strong, you will be able to fight those viruses that come your way that's airborne. But if your immune system is weak, and we're aging, and immunity has everything to do with the aging process as well, then you cannot fight that. This is why you need to take this. If you don't know why you're taking it, just continue to take it. If you do know why you're taking it, obviously you have to take it all the time. This is for sick people, well-balanced people, athletes, whatever you are. It doesn't matter as long as you are of some sort of human nature. What this product also does is it builds your red and white blood cells, and it oxygenates your blood. So if you think about it, we as human beings, we can live without certain organs. I'm sure you'll agree with that. But blood and oxygen being stripped from your body, you will become a corpse. That's how I look at it. So that is why this product is actually a godsend, if you think about it.
Hey, Ted, how was that? Can you hear me, Ted?
Outstanding.
And if you didn't know,
Now you
now
know.
you know. Yes, sir. Magnificent Monday, marvelous Monday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see Dr. Lloyd with us this morning. Dr. Lloyd, would you just do us the honors? I know you are busy, but you're here and we're glad to have you. It's Freestyle Monday, so we want to talk about the kidney situation. We want to talk about the milk thistle that is good for both the liver and the kidney. But before we do, Dr. Lloyd, it's over to you.
Grand Rising, everyone. Glad to be here. Glad you're here. I found that video very interesting. The doctor, the nephrologist, the kidney doctor talking about
Dr. Friedel.
the signs in your fingernails. I felt like I was in medical school. It brought me back to I think it was my I think third year is when, no, excuse me. Whatever year, it's that long ago.
Mhm.
But the point is when we start learning about the various diseases, clinical medicine, and we see the signs and such, we start looking and evaluating ourselves. And I bet there's a few people on the call that looked at their nails and said,
Yes.
do I have that? Uh-oh, I better get my kidney function test checked and such. It's a little, it's very informative, but it's also a little scary. And I just want to relieve some of you all that, I mean, get checked if you need to get checked, but a lot of times it's nothing, meaning that we kind of exaggerate sometimes what we're seeing. Because she said, press your fingernail, and if it comes back quickly, you're okay. But if it comes back slowly, then that may be a sign of kidney disease. And that's true. But how do you know what's slow and what's quick? Yeah, yeah. So another thing with pressing the fingernail, if you press your fingertip, the soft part of your nail, of your finger, that's a bit easier to assess because that comes back quicker than the actual nail bed. But I really, really enjoyed watching and hearing what she had to say. My daughter's in medical school. I'm going to send her the video once I get it from you. And send it to her because it's so informative. It's something, it's like pearls of medicine that she just gave us knowledge. And in this day and age, back in the day when we didn't have all these tests, like many, many, many years ago, we had to be better with clinical evaluation, actually assessing patients, from the physical exam. You may have noticed that a lot of times now when you go to the doctor, they don't examine you fully. It's a quick listen to the lungs, a quick push on your belly, a quick look in your nose and throat, but they don't really do the looking at the nail beds and looking at your tongue and under your tongue and, various details, your skin and such like they used to, because what they really depend upon now is laboratory testing. So, a lot of doctors don't even know what she was talking about. And some of the stuff she said, I didn't even know about because we do the labs pretty quickly. Whenever you go into the doctor's office for a physical exam, it's pretty much standard of medicine now to get the profile she was talking about. So we do get our kidney functions and liver functions tested if we go to the doctor for just a normal physical exam. It's included typically. But anyway, excellent. Hope you all learned something. I imagine you did. Thank you, CJ, for providing that video, like you provide so many interesting videos. So we appreciate you. Welcome anyone who's here new. You got some medical education, as well as we're here for Atomy as well, to motivate one another in our business, learn about our business and such. And so continue to contribute. Some of us are regulars. I was just thinking about how some of us look forward to coming every morning. It's like a habit now. So welcome everybody.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you, Dr. Lloyd. Really appreciate you and everyone that is on the call this morning, especially if there's anyone here for the first time. We want to welcome you. And more than that, we invite you to unmute and to introduce yourself. We'd love that. So we can welcome you in a more personal way. So, real quick, if you're here for the first time, perhaps the second time, you feel like you'd like to unmute and introduce yourself, please do. We'd like to welcome you. Give you a quick minute. And it's Freestyle Mondays. We do this on Mondays. We do this on Fridays, Dr. Lloyd. We educate, we motivate, we stimulate. It's a family affair. The conversation is all about wellness. We keep it positive, we keep it real. Atomy is moving. This company is going to become a global force. I predict in the next 18, 24 months, the landscape is going to change. Ted and I were having a brief conversation earlier, and I spoke to him or we spoke about the Azamol as it continues to unfold, um, the A-Care, Atomy is on the run, wanting to be able to, in hospital in Korea and in other parts of the world, Atomy wants to lead the charge in being able to tell the, the customer what one's health is likely going to be 10, 20 years down the road. And so that we can proactively, with the Atomy products that we have, mitigate some issues that might be coming along. So, folks, if you didn't know, now you know. Atomy is not playing. The shopping mall, as you know it, it's going to expand a lot more products, other than just the supplements that we have, all kind of products. And you will have your own store. Um, the chairman of the company, he's making no small claims here. He intends to outperform Amazon as we know it. Just imagine that. And just imagine that folks out there know that you, Ted, and you, Dr. Lloyd, and you, CJ, and you, Sylvia, and you, Patience, and Shirley, and everyone on the call, you are a personal ambassador. They know you as a true, authentic representative. So these are the days when you want to establish your presence, brand yourself, and put your face in the place. And if you didn't know, now you know. So I'm trying to put a smile on your face, Dr. Lloyd.
Done.
All right, so we want to open up. Before I go into that, the conversational side of the morning, for your viewing pleasure, let me bring on stage the wonderful, the product is called Milk Thistle. And research is showing us, Dr. Lloyd, that not only is it good for the liver, it's good for the kidneys also. It's good for the skin. It's good for the brain. So we'll take a quick minute and just look at the milk thistle. We actually have the milk thistle in the shopping mall, the US shopping mall. So isn't that wonderful? I say to us, do not wait until the issues face us squarely in the face. Let us proactively be about our hemohim, our fermented noni, our bitter melon, our milk thistle, our vitamin D3s, our B complex. Let us be proactive about it. You want to age and age gracefully. You don't want to have issues in your tissues. So that said, let's just look at the milk thistle for a quick minute, and then we'll open up for a quick conversation. So 10:30, time's really going.
There's a new career and a new training that you can start with no previous experience. It
protect the intestinal lining, all the enterocytes, the cells in our intestine. In today's video, I'm talking about the #1 herb for your liver, your kidneys, and your gut. Now, this herb has actually been shown to improve your glutathione levels, your body's master antioxidant, by up to 50% in your liver, kidneys, and your gut cells. And so what is the herb that I'm talking about? It's milk thistle. Milk thistle actually gets its name from its flowery, prickly nature, and then also this milky sap that oozes out of the flower. And so it's actually been used, the seeds, the stem, the flower have all been used in natural medicine for many, many years. Now, when it comes to supplements today, usually they're using the seed component, and that seed component is actually something called a demulcent. And a demulcent means that it actually helps to soothe irritated tissue. And research has shown that it helps soothe your skin cells, your respiratory lining, so the lining of your lungs, as well as your bladder, your kidneys, your bile ducts, right? So it helps with good bile flow. It helps regenerate liver cells, kidney cells, and intestinal cells. In fact, the powerful compound, the most well-studied compound in milk thistle, is called silymarin, which is a flavonoid complex, and it's been shown to help boost glutathione levels as well as superoxide dismutase. These are two very powerful intracellular antioxidants that protect all the organelles within the cell, including the mitochondria, from oxidative stress. And silymarin has been shown to be 10 times more powerful as an antioxidant than vitamin E. And it's been shown to help regenerate liver proteins as well as kidney proteins and regenerate hepatic cells. So it helps protect these liver cells and kidney cells from oxidative stress and damage. It helps protect the intestinal lining, all the enterocytes, the cells in our intestines. It helps protect them from stress. That stress could be coming from bad food. It could be coming from environmental toxins, glyphosate, chemicals, pathogens, and different microbes, their waste products. It's going to help protect them and make them stronger and more resilient. And the even better thing about milk thistle is that it's actually a tonic. What that means is that most of the time, people are going to have a positive response to it. Now, there are a couple contraindications, and I'll go through that at the end. But most of the time, most people respond really well to taking milk thistle. It actually helps to strengthen and improve their liver cells, their gut, their kidneys, as well as their immune system, their red blood cells. In fact, it's been shown to actually boost superoxide dismutase, this powerful antioxidant within red blood cells and white blood cells. That improves circulation and oxygenation of tissues, as well as immune function. So it helps strengthen the resiliency of the immune cells so they can fight more pathogens. We want that. That's part of a healthy immune response. Now, what are the contraindications to taking milk thistle? Well, if you're taking chemotherapy or if you're taking some sort of strong drug to try to kill off a certain disease, like for example, chemotherapy and cancer, then the milk thistle can make the chemotherapy less effective. So it may be contraindicated. You should always consult with your physician before taking it. If you are on diabetic drugs, right, that are lowering your blood sugar, milk thistle has been shown to lower blood sugar. So if you're also taking medications, it may lower your blood sugar too much. So it's always a good idea to consult with your physician before taking milk thistle, and perhaps he or she can modify the medication that you're using so you can get the benefits of milk thistle, or in some cases it may be contraindicated. On top of that, if you're pregnant or if you are breastfeeding, it may not be good to take milk thistle because it helps improve overall liver detoxification, which could put more chemicals into your bloodstream while they're being processed, and that may perhaps affect the baby. And so milk thistle is contraindicated during pregnancy. And then finally, milk thistle is part of the ragweed family. It's in the same family as daisies. And so it's in this ragweed family, and there's roughly 1 to 3% of the population, a very small percentage of the population, that struggles with ragweeds. They have an allergy or a sensitivity to ragweeds. Another plant that's in the ragweed family would be dandelion, as well as stevia, the natural sweetening agent. And so if you don't do well with dandelion, you don't do well with stevia, you may have this ragweed sensitivity, and therefore you may not do as well with milk thistle. If you have a sensitivity to something, even if the research has shown that it's improving all different types of cells of your body, you may have an inflammatory response. And so you may have a unique personalized response to that. So milk thistles, again, it's called a tonic, meaning that for most people in most circumstances, it's actually very beneficial. But there are certain contraindications, again, pregnancy, breastfeeding, taking certain medications, and also if you have a ragweed sensitivity. Now, when you're getting milk thistle, you can obviously take milk thistle teas, but if you want to supplement with it, the most well-researched dosage is roughly about 250 milligrams taken twice a day. You can take it with or without meals, so roughly about 500 milligrams altogether in divided doses. And you want to make sure that it's 80% standardized with silymarin, that powerful flavonoid complex that gives it its great benefit. So it should be 80% standardized for silymarin, and again, 250 milligrams twice a day, roughly somewhere in that range, is going to be the most beneficial dosage of the milk thistle. So hopefully you guys got.
Okay. So again, if you didn't know, now you know. I've done my part, Dr. Lloyd. I've done my part. So just about now, the floor is open. You can unmute your microphones and we can have some wellness conversations. So the mic is open. How do you do?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Yeah. I'm so glad that I caught this Zoom this morning. It's been a while. I wasn't very constant. And the reason is that I'm going through so many issues. And this morning, the video of this morning is one of my main major issues about the nails, about my kidney. And actually I'm in Connecticut, and before coming, I went for my visit. Usually I take a visit before I travel. So after the visit, the doctor didn't ask me for my urine because I've been detected pre-diabetic a long time ago. But for a while, I don't know for why, they don't take very much that issue. So I asked the doctor to check about my urine. Why? Because when I urine, my urine foams, and that has been a long time. So he took those samples. I went and I waited for the results. No result. They didn't call me. They were supposed to call me before I leave. And 2 days before I leave, they called me to ask me to go to check about my urine, what's going up about. So I said, okay, I can come, and but I'm traveling tomorrow. And they said, no, we need urine sample for 2 days, 24 hours. So I couldn't, cancel my plan. So they asked me when I come back to go for exam. So I asked them what's going on. Then the nurse told me that they find the protein in your urines. What is it? So she didn't explain to me, and I asked her for a copy of my lab. I haven't got it. So before, a long time ago, I found out that my nails had, how do you call it, like strips. It starts with one side, then all my nails actually are, like a lot of strips. I showed my doctor maybe a year ago, more than a year ago, and she said, but we didn't follow up. And my nails are like, when they're growing, it's like takes funny forms. So I asked the doctor, what does it mean? Till last year, that was in November 11th, I had to go to the emergency because I was feeling bad. And this is how I found about my kidney issue. They didn't tell me about it, but reading my report, I saw that they said I had a stage 3 kidney disease. What? And nobody told me about it. So I took another appointment in November. I talked with my doctor. How can I have a disease, kidney disease, and you never told me? So if I'm at stage 3, that means I'm almost going to the dialysis, but I don't want that. And she said, I'm not aware about. He said, this is the report. So I gave her. So she took my chart, she started looking. Then she said, oh, at this period, they find you have a issue with the liver, and the other lab doesn't show that. So I said, doctor, I don't understand. So why now they found the 3 stage? And she said, okay, we're going to follow up. Then I went to, I traveled when my mom died, and I came back in May. So this is how I went for another consultation, and it wasn't the same doctor. So the one who consulted me this time is the one who found out about the protein. So I was like, how can I go through all this for all this year? I had an issue with my nails. I knew that something was going on. I showed my doctor. She didn't find any problem, real problem, because otherwise she would have prescribed something. Then I think, but before I traveled, I bought the milk facial, which I'm taking now. And reading following the video this morning, I found that most of the issue they were telling, did I only have a strip nails and nails growing like funny, having like, it looked normal, but only this strip. And one of my nails in the middle of the strip is blacker than the other one. So I'm wondering, is it normal that you go to a doctor and they cannot address an issue and you should keep that doctor? That is my question. And now I found out when last week, I had an issue because I was feeling bad, having a headache. So I decided to take more than, because I used to take two milk thistle, and I decided to not double and take 3, because I said maybe it would be more dangerous before I asked. So I was taking 2 in the morning, 1 at night. And about my calcium, anyway. So I found that I have so many issues, and God, thanks God, I am in a good, hands with Atomy. So I really need a consultation with you, doctor. Maybe later on send my labs to find out what really is going on me. Thank you for listening, and thank you for helping and supporting.
Hi, Rose.
Yes.
Listen, first, okay, firstly, I'm not a doctor. You know that,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
But I have good news for you, because in the house this morning, we have a doctor.
Yeah.
Medical doctor. Okay. So before I hand it over to her to make a response, I have a question or two for you, Rose.
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay. So let's talk about Hemohim. What's going on?
Hemohim, if you imagine, I bought, all the set to the spurs they was doing last month. I bought all. So I have more than 12 packs of Hemohim. While I didn't bring much here, but I brought 1 pack, which I'm taking 2 a day, 2 in the morning, to at night. I'm taking Emoim. I have the Noni. I have Omega probiotic. I have vitamin B. I have Migdesel. I have okay, eyes, listen, and smart. How do you call her? I have many stuff I'm taking. So I'm just wondering if, because I'm taking all that all this issue is coming out. So I'm on Emoim, definitely. Right?
Seems to me
Hello?
that you
Huh?
can you hear me, Rose?
Yes.
Okay. So seems to me you're moving in the right direction. How do you take your Hemohim?
I'm taking actually 2 in the morning, 2 at night.
Okay. 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 Okay.
So I'm sure I'm coming from far away. Maybe I would have been dead by now if I wasn't in that Emoim.
Wow. Yeah, you're right. Let me just decrease here and allow well, Dr. Lloyd,
Doctor, right.
do you want to jump in at this point, Dr. Lloyd?
Hi, Rose.
Hi, doctor.
Hi. There's so much to your story and so many questions before I can definitively say something. You know, I when I evaluate patients, I listen to their history in detail and then examine them and then look at some records. So it's going to be hard for me to really advise you at this point. But you do need to follow up with a doctor that you trust. You asked a question. If you want to say the question again, I can answer directly best I can to what you were asking. I think you said something about
Is it
assessing your
normal?
doctor. Yeah. What was your question? Do you remember?
Yeah, is it normal to have a doctor having all that issue and not have being addressed? Because I've been with those
All
doctors
that
for,
issue. Is it normal to have a doctor that has all that issue?
and they don't address it.
I mean, are you having abnormal
Issue.
labs and them not addressing it? No, if they see an abnormal lab, they should address it. Yes, obviously. And so I don't know where the disconnect with your doctor is. But if you're not feeling comfortable that they are doing their job, then you should see a different doctor. But I mean, you did describe that they were trying to reach you and they wanted to
Do
get
the
a better, a longer urinalysis, 48-hour
yes,
urinalysis, and you weren't able to do it till after you
because
came
I was
back?
traveling.
Right, I understand. But at that point, what made you go into the doctor in the first place? Were you having, was it your nails or symptoms or?
Okay, to tell the truth, I've been with this clinic for about 2008. That is almost how many years? Almost 20 years.
Okay.
And the doctor, the one I really trust, it's been at least 3 years. I haven't seen her. You know, the screening is on by phone, but if I need a physical one, it's a different doctor. So for 2-3 years, I've been with that different doctor. And it's with the one, I had this issue of nails because I didn't have that before. And I showed her during a visit, but 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Okay, so you went in 2 years
Yes.
ago.
And
Go ahead.
I even told her about my foaming urines because I found that it was normal to have a foaming urine.
Okay.
And they never gave me any treatment about it.
Okay.
And I
So,
even
all right.
didn't.
Okay. Right. So if you have a abnormal urine output, like you just said, foaming urine, then normally the doctor will then check your urine. So they did not check your urine at that point. Is that what you're
They
saying?
didn't for is because last time, that means before coming here, we talk about my kidney and to find about the urine. So because
before the foaming of the urine, you did discuss with her a kidney issue?
I discussed with her about the kidney issue in November because I read in a report they did that I had a stage 3 disease. Disease.
Okay, so you had stage 3 kidney disease 2 years ago. It's not new.
No, I don't know, but I saw on the report in November because they didn't tell me that I had a kidney issue. So usually, to tell the truth, I don't read my report when I go to my doctor because I'm sure that, I only go through my medication or discuss about, but I never look back to the report profoundly unless, I look for my vitals and that's all, if it's normal. But that time, I was a little bit skeptic. They didn't find nothing because when I went to the emergency, I spent the night, they didn't find nothing. But when I saw the report and over there at the emergency, they said that they didn't see anything. So that's why I start, wondering. So I have a report telling me now I have a free state, kidney problem, and they don't see nothing. And this is how I was like a little bit, afraid. And every time I go now, I try to ask them to make all these exams, labs.
I was appalled recently when interpreting.
Yeah.
If you go to the emergency room for something and they find nothing, might mean that they don't see anything new compared to what you've had before. Not that it's nothing, because chronic kidney disease is not nothing. But it may not be a change. It's hard for me to think that you had chronic kidney disease 2 years ago, and then you had nothing, and then it came back quickly. It's a bit confusing.
I didn't even know that I had that issue because they didn't tell me.
Right, they didn't tell you. So
yeah,
it could have been in the labs and they didn't tell you. Is that what you're? Okay, I don't want to take too much time with this on general. That's okay. It's okay. Do you have a family member that's in the health field, a nurse, or some other health practitioner in your family or friends, your circle, church? Anyone that can help you when you go see the doctor?
I will find, not in my family, but I will find.
Yeah, I find that unless someone's in medicine or is generally very knowledgeable of things, sometimes, and especially also if there's a language, like some of the ways you word things is a little confusing to me, even though I understand different languages and different accents. So even so it would be good if you had someone that could go with you when you go to your doctor's appointment, that has some medical knowledge, so that they can interpret for the doctor, and make things clear. Because it sounds like you're not sure of a lot of things. And there definitely needs to be clarity. You need to know exactly what's going on, how long it's going on. And I hesitate to say anything now because I'm not clear myself. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah, but I do think at this point, you really need to have someone look over your labs for you, which you should be able to get online. And also go with you whenever you go to the doctor, whenever you go to the ER. Have a family member, someone who cares about you, or a friend, or even somebody from church or wherever your circle of influence in close to you that cares will look over some things, kind of look out for you. That's what I normally do whenever I have a loved one, a family member that goes to the emergency room, because it's just, if you're not used to it, it can be very intimidating, very confusing, and you can be emotional. You don't even hear things right. I do feel for you that it sounds like there is something going on with your kidneys, and you need to be clear how long it's been going on and what you need to do. I don't know if the doctor did miss something way back. It's really hard for me to say that right now without looking over your records to determine that.
Okay. Yeah.
But I do think you need to follow up, and don't be afraid to ask questions so that you understand, ask how long has this been going on, and has it progressed, and what can you do about it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going back home after tomorrow, and I'll take an appointment.
You're going back home?
Yeah. Yeah, because actually I'm in Connecticut, my daughter's.
Okay.
For vacation.
Okay. All right. And home is where?
Chicago.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I know Chicago has some good healthcare up there, accessible. So, yeah.
Okay, Rose.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, doctor.
You're welcome.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Dr. Lloyd. Rose,
Yeah.
I sent you a message, but listen, my number is in the chat. Gonna ask you to give me a call, so we can discuss your situation a little bit further.
Okay. Thank you.
So give me a call.
Okay.
And thank you, Dr. Lloyd. That was
Thank you
so
for listening.
Of course.
You're welcome. I'm a licensed physician and I follow the rules. I can't really give you medical advice. I'm very restricted without having the whole picture.
That's right.
It wouldn't. It's not safe for anyone to do that. So, yeah.
Okay.
So,
I got it.
but I encourage you to ask someone to go with you to help you understand everything, and even sometimes health practitioners take more time when they see that there's a family or friend or relative or someone taking interest in that person, because now they have to answer two people at least versus just one. It's very important.
Okay.
Mhm.
I got it.
Okay. Best wishes to you.
Thank
Good morning,
you.
Rose.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
My name is Ted. I just wanted to give you some advice. I've been a
Okay.
patient as well as a person who provided medical care in the past.
Yeah.
And I wanted to give you some advice in terms of getting your care. I'm not sure if you're seeing different doctors every time you go to the doctor's office or a clinic, but it's important to try to get one person that follows you as consistently as possible. And And if you're seen in a clinic for a hospital or medical center, ask for an attending, not a resident. Residents are doctors, but they are in training. An attending is an experienced doctor who teaches the residents, and they are more likely to be there for a long time, as opposed to residents that sometimes change every year or every 3 years. So that would be my strong advice. Ask for an attending anytime you go to an emergency room, anytime you go to a clinic, anytime you go to a doctor's office, and also ask to see the same person consistently so that they don't miss things, so that they are aware of your history and can take good care of you. I'm sure that you will find good care, but you have to be your own best advocate. And as Dr. Lloyd mentioned, having a family member or a friend go along with you makes two of you answerable to them. And one can think of something that the other one may not have thought of. The last thing I want to say is, if you have questions for the doctor, write everything down before you go to see the doctor. And make sure every one of those questions is answered before you leave so that you're clear as to when this condition was diagnosed, when this first appeared in your lab work, et cetera, et cetera. I wish you God's blessings, and I wish you great luck in your outcomes. Take care.
Thank you, Ted. Thank you.
Excellent advice, Ted. Yes, that's very important to write the questions down, because you get kind of anxious sometimes and not, remember everything or get flushed. So if you take the questions, then you'll cover everything. And then if you can write them down right while you're there, so that you understand what the doctor said and you're writing the right thing, like you're agreeing and you're writing it down so you remember later what was said. Thank you, Ted. That was great advice.
Absolutely. If I, good morning, everybody. Rose, my heart. Hi, good morning. Good morning. My heart is going out to you. Everybody that said what they said, absolutely points well taken and valid. I'm an insurance professional. Okay, I'm going to try to summarize this real quickly. I specialize in Medicare. Okay, a lot of times when it comes to the way medicine is practiced in the United States, it is all about the type of insurance you have. Okay, so you are in the state of Chicago. Yes, ma'am. You are in the state of Chicago. I'm licensed in the state of Florida. I don't know much about what's going on in Chicago, but Medicare is global. It's an international, it's a United States program. Right, so all rules apply, and I know the rules. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is call me, because I need to find out what kind of insurance you have in order to assist you. It has a lot to do with insurance. Trust me when I say this. So unfortunately, and Dr. Lloyd, I am trying my best not to be misunderstood. I love the fact that we have you on this call and you are actually an MD. That let me know that you are not one of those doctors who just do not want to open themselves up for anything else except what they were taught in medical school in terms of holistic medicine. All right. Now, just 2 days ago, I have medical people in my family as well. So I have nothing against doctors. I believe strongly, I know that God knew that because of sin, we're going to need doctors. We're going to need doctors. So I love doctors. I love the fact that you are here, Dr. Lloyd. However, because of certain things that's happening in the United States when it comes to insurance and the healthcare industry, doctors sometimes don't even have a choice. You go in there, you wait for an hour, they take 10 minutes to say boom, 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 and there you go. Yeah. Another thing that I quickly want to point out, and I think somebody mentioned it, I don't remember who. It is the so-called blood work. The blood work, you cannot go because they have a way of saying, oh, you did your blood work, so you're good. There's a lot of misinformation in this blood work. I've experienced it myself. About 20 years ago, I did blood work and they told me everything was great, only to find out I had an Indian doctor and she said, oh no, something is going on here. Your platelets are low. After they told me that my blood work was good. Cut a long story short, I'm going to give you guys a little something that I've done. All right, if you want good blood work, order an insurance policy. As an expensive insurance policy, maybe 500,000. The insurance company that you order that insurance policy that you're trying to buy the insurance from, they will do a thorough check on your blood work because they don't want you to purchase a $500,000 or $1 million policy, and 2 months, 3 months later, or a year later, you passes away because of something that was in your blood. And think about it. The insurance company never say, let's get your blood work from your doctor. They do their own blood work. That's just a little tip if you want to do that. That's what I did. All right. So moving forward now.
Valerie, excuse me. Did you say you can apply for a high policy, a high number policy and get free lab work done? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, they have to do blood work. Yeah.
I know that.
They underwrite you.
I know they do blood work, but I'm just making
they underwrite you.
Trying to make sure I understand what you're saying. So anybody could just apply for a certain level of policy that requires the blood work done, and that's a way that we could get lab work done without our insurance.
Exactly.
Is that what? Wow.
I mean, that's exactly. You see, the insurance company. I'm not saying you must apply for 500,000. It can even be $250,000. The fact remains, the insurance company will underwrite you. Okay, and one of the ways that they underwrite you, of course, everything is in the blood, as we know. They're going to check that blood work better than what your doctor will do. As a matter of fact, one of my favorite holistic medicine doctor, Dr. Josh X, he just look up Dr. Josh X. He has a video out there where he specifically talk about the lies in the blood work. Okay, that our doctors are doing in the blood work. So again, I'm not trying to take doctor sides here, but I'm telling you, as a Medicare benefit consultant, I've seen a lot. I've been doing this for over 30 years. Doctors do not have power over these insurance companies. Okay, they don't. So another little tip, you mentioned a clinic, Rose. I don't know what's going on in Chicago again, but here in our state, in South Florida, especially in South Florida, you have these insurance companies. Okay, and I can name them one by one. You have the insurance companies where they are now, they are sort of kind of, or shall I say medical centers, the so-called medical centers here. As a matter of fact, I'm not even doing that anymore because I have to sleep at night. The so-called medical centers are run by business people. So you go figure. Then you have the HMOs, you have the PPOs, all these different type of insurance companies where now the doctor can say, okay, there's this and this wrong with Valerie. But if that medical director that's working for that particular company that owns that medical center is saying, no, we don't want to refer her to the specialist because the primary care physician has to do everything that he can before we refer you to a specialist, because guess what? Every time you see a specialist, it costs them more money. You understand? So we really have to be vigilant. We have to take matters into our own hands because everything is just all about a dollar. Doctors do not always have the power that they have when it comes to, that's why I go to the Cleveland Clinic, because the Cleveland Clinic here in South Florida, those doctors do what they went to school to do. They practice medicine. They don't have to be concerned about their overheads, etc. They just practice medicine. And another thing that I like about the Cleveland Clinic, and you can look up and see if they have such thing in Chicago, is that like Ted said, you go to your primary, doesn't matter where you go. Everyone know what's going on because it's all in their database. The minute they pop my name up there, they know what I did last week, last year, what I did the year before. Everything is there. All right, so it's a long story, but it really has a lot to do with the insurance companies. And again, unfortunately, because of money, these healthcare, you guys remember the story of the United Healthcare murder? You remember that story, right? This young man was come from a wealthy family, and he took it upon him to assassinate a United Healthcare CEO. You ask yourself, why? And when that happened, it was as sad as can be. The people were elated. They celebrated the CEO's death. Why? Because it's just an eye-opener to show you where healthcare is in the United States. Why would people celebrate for this man's death? Because their loved one have been affected by the denial, okay, of certain healthcare issues that their family members had. It was just horrible. You remember that story. So anyway, Rose, I'll give you my number. I want to find out first and foremost what insurance company you have, in terms of whether you have a HMO, whether you have a PPO, and in addition to that, the name of the company that you have, I can assist you from that standpoint. All right. And then last but not least, what I would like to say, I know it's expensive. I know it's expensive, but you can also, in my humble opinion, consult a holistic medicine doctor in your area. They are expensive because unfortunately the insurance companies does not recognize them. They don't pay them. So they're going to charge you. And I've paid that $300, $400. While I'm on Medicare, I paid gladly $400 to a holistic medicine doctor to check me out, to find out what's going on with me. So that's my last piece on you. And my heart is going for you. I am so sorry that you have to go through this, but thank God you are with Edemy. So the Edemy process is helping you with your immune system, building it up, etc. I know you're doing the best that you can. So I will give you my number. You can call me and I'll help you on the insurance side to see what's going on with your insurance. Because like I said again, the doctor's hands sometimes are tied because of the insurance that you may have on your Medicare. You're on Medicare, right?
Yes.
Yes. That's my specialty. And again, so sorry to hear what you're going through. Thank you for allowing me to share.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you.
I wanted to also add to what Valerie said. I agree with Valerie about there are various clinics that are well established, and I would say maybe more trustworthy than some other medical establishments. Like Cleveland Clinic has an excellent reputation, as Valerie said. Mayo Clinic is another well-established, reputable company. You can go to those places. I went to school in Connecticut, actually. So if you can get to New Haven, Yale Medical School is also excellent place to go for healthcare. You are entitled to a second opinion in your healthcare. So you could go to Yale if you can, and tell them, with all your medical record information, and tell them that you want a second opinion, or to Cleveland Clinic.
And likely I'm leaving after tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm going back. Yeah, I won't have. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll find out in Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago. Like I can't think of a name that comes to mind right now, but Chicago is a huge city, so I would think that there are a number of places you can go that would be good to go as a second opinion.
Absolutely, Dr. Lloyd. But again, it really does depend on the insurance. That's what I need to know in order to assist her better. I need to know what kind of policy she has. Do you have a Medicare Advantage program? Do you have a Medicare Supplement program? It all is about the insurance that we have as Medicare benefit consultants. I'm sorry, Medicare beneficiaries. It's all about the insurance. Now, granted, I did hear some good things. I'm hearing good things about the Northeast states like New York that the healthcare there is better than Florida. But in terms of delivery of the healthcare, but again, a lot of it depends on the policy. Now I'm talking about Medicare, about the policy that you have. CJ will give you my number, Rose. What I would like to do for you is insurance and find out what's going on in Chicago. I do have access to all of them. And because I know these companies that are these Medicare Advantage type of companies, they're all over the country, all over the US. I just need to know what kind of policy you have, and then we'll take it from there. Okay?
Okay. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you, Malika. Okay. I really appreciate your support and your help. Thank you. Yes, I have more years to live.
Okay, Rose?
Yes.
So please give me a call. My number's in the chat.
Yeah, I got it.
Dr. Seth Meyers, that's his name. Look him up on YouTube. Also, let me see. So there's a wonderful video. Dr. says doctors can't make you healthy. That deserves a watch. Then there's Dr. Josh Axe. Follow him. Patients, you had a question about their hernia. We're run out of time, but we're gonna address that question perhaps tomorrow, if you don't mind. And we will just close out with a health tip for the day. And we want to thank you, Dr. Lloyd, for just being in the house with us to untangle this knot and to be here for Rose this morning.
Thank you. Oh,
so
God bless.
we officially call today Rose Day, okay? Right.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you for your help. Thank you.
18 minutes past the hour. We're going to close out here. We've run out of time, so let me just close out with a health tip for today, and then we will just close out for today.
Amen. Thank you.
When you are feeling dizzy, sit your ass down.
Lionel Richie got dizzy on stage and had to stop his concert early. I'm Dr. Frida. I'm going to talk to you about the do's and don'ts of dizziness. I'll also talk to you about what to do if you witness someone fainting and what not to do, very importantly. So Lionel Richie reportedly got lightheaded or dizzy in the middle of his performance, and he sat down. He then left for what was supposed to be a brief intermission, but 35 minutes later, he still was not back, and a band member reportedly announced that he wasn't feeling well and he didn't come back. He actually did the right thing. If you feel dizzy or lightheadedness, then you should sit down or even lie down right where you are. What you don't want to do if you're dizzy is try to stand up or keep walking or grab a wall, because what might happen is that you might actually lose consciousness, fall, and have an injury. Now, to my knowledge, Lionel Richie did not actually faint, but if you're someone who witnesses someone faint, what not to do is to try to make them stand up. A lot of times, and I've witnessed this, people will say, hey, he fainted, sit him up, man, sit him up, stand him up. You don't want to do that. If you faint or have a syncopal episode, then your body is telling you that you need to be down where your heart is at the level of your brain so that you can have an increased blood flow or perfusion to the brain. So if someone faints, please allow them to lie down, lift their feet up on some type of a pillow or prop the feet up so they're about 12 inches above the heart so you can maximize blood flow to the brain. And if you're somewhere where a person cannot lie down, if they're sitting, make sure they put their heads down forward between their knees to still try to get some increased blood flow to the brain. Another thing not to do if someone faints, Don't try to give them water or something to drink if they're unconscious or if they're confused. And I've seen this. Hey man, wake up, here, have some cold water. No, if someone is unconscious or even if they're confused and you try to make them drink, it can cause them to aspirate or to breathe the fluid into the lungs, which can cause pneumonia and a whole nother set of problems. If someone faints, you do want to have them to be evaluated by medical personnel, especially if they're not waking up right away, if there's some confusion. You want to please rip off any kind of, not rip off, but remove or loosen any kind of tight, hot clothing, assess for possible injuries so that you can get medical help. If the person is not waking up or if they remain confused, definitely call 911 right away. If there is no pulse or if they're not breathing, initiate CPR and have someone to grab an AED, automated external defibrillator. Make sure you check out my videos on cardiac arrest. There are multiple.
And if you didn't know,
Now
and
you
if you didn't know,
know.
now you
Now
know.
you know.
Now you know.
Now you know.
I know.
Aja, Aja.
Aja,
Aja.
Thank
Have
you.
a good day, everyone.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Happy Rose Day.
Thank you.
All right, Rose. Call me.
I will. Thank you.
Ja.
Aja.
Aja.